The eyes. Wow. Anyway, 9 or 9, so turned up.
Yeah,
as
I ain't picked up on nothing yet.
I know. I'm not understanding either. Turned up as a superlative in more than dress. In 1793, I was about 4 then. Thou paints old nature to the nines. In 1836, praising a man farmed to the nines. In 1863, being clad in snowy cotton and japanned to the nine.
Mhm.
This did not do any more, give us any more clarity. But I did just want to let you know I heard the cliche this morning, dressed to the nine. Let me see if they had this in here because I think Sunday's best.
Yeah, that's another one.
Came from
or remember Sunday go to meeting clothes?
Sunday go to meeting, but I think Sunday's best came from Juneteenth. And when people dressed up, that big celebration, they said put on your Sunday best. So I looked that up. So anyway, and we haven't gotten our morning joke yet.
No. Hopefully he's been practicing.
It's in there with the writers.
Yeah, those last ones have been horrible. Absolutely horrible.
So phone lines open, waiting on our morning joke.
And he calls all the way. Is that the one that calls from Arizona?
No, I think this guy. I didn't see because I can't see. I think this guy might be here.
Well, Keith, what's your prediction for the game tonight?
Oh, I was going to say
they choked.
You think they're gonna choke?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the Lions has the best. They have the best record in football.
You think the Lions are going to choke?
No, I said not the Lions.
Oh, okay. Well, we do have Dobbs out. I mean, there's a couple of injuries.
Is Romeo out again?
I got this hate for the Packers.
You got a what?
I feel like I got this hate for the Packers. Like you either love them or you really hate them. Like it's no.
Well, having worked for Willie Davis, former Green Bay Packer, NFL Hall of Famer, as well as Packer Hall of Famer, a true legend around this town. I'm never going to have a disdain, if you will, for that particular team. I know all of the stuff with the former coach Ray Rose and all of that stuff, man. But
Ray Rose should have never been hired.
That's business. It's
business. He should have never been hired.
Yeah. So
see that's the thing. Sometimes we get don't let things blind you. Ray Rose was struggling at Philly.
And he was offensive coordinator, wasn't he?
Defensive coordinator.
Something like that.
And he was struggling at Philly. So, and I don't know if the Packers, he was the first black coach for the Packers.
As far as I know, yeah.
Hell, he's the only black coach of the Packers, right? But I didn't agree with the hiring, but all my conscious brothers.
But you have underlying coaches like what's his name? I can't think. Was it Leroy Butler? That wasn't he some kind of running back coach or something like that, or receivers
coach? Yeah, but we
never
had a head coach.
Well, no. I'm just speaking to you.
And speaking of Leroy Butler, saw Double D last night. Donald Driver. I was at a reception that they had for the Milwaukee Food Council. This group deals with advocacy around issues of food insecurity. And so we were down in St. Kitts.
So Leroy was down there.
No, Leroy wasn't.
Oh, because he's a masterful chef. If you let him.
Is that right?
He's got the book out, the cookbook, Leroy Butler cookbook.
He finally got it. He got in the Hall of Fame, huh?
Why not? He is credited.
Lambeau Leap?
He is credited for creating the Lambeau Leap.
Yeah. So anyway, saw Double D last night. And some of the people say he's such a great human being.
What else is he supposed to be?
Nice. All right. The phrase Sunday best originated from African American tradition of saving one's best clothes for Sundays and church. The tradition has been passed down through generations and still influences creatives today. So yeah, put on your Sunday best.
Now put in your dress to the nines in there, because see that may do more justice for you.
Think if I look at because but this is the dictionary, man.
Yeah, that's the dictionary.
The dictionary, mate.
That's with them glitches in it, right, Carvey?
Cliches, bro.
Oh, now you.
Okay. I was talking to some folks, and one of the people was from Croatia, and so we were talking, and I was telling her I used to because surprisingly Chicago. She's a refugee. right? So she came here during the Civil War back in the 90s. And she was saying that, and she was talking about basketball. I said, you know what? I played with some Serbian guys, right? And I said, it seemed that the only English word they knew, shoot, shoot, shoot. These dudes, shoot, shoot. I said, you know, there's some other English words. Let me give you another one. Pass. Yes, there's another English word. All right, so I need to look up
Dress to the nines.
Dress to the nines.
Keith, tell me what happened when we look at, and it's in line with what you're looking up now. But, you know, coming up, you wore suits and you dressed for Sunday church, man. You see folks coming in torn jeans and all kinds of things.
Those are not torn jeans.
Oh, those are designers.
They're distressed jeans.
Oh, excuse me.
I was at the staff meeting and finally found out what because I got a pair that I actually distressed. Mm-hmm. You know, they naturally distressed, but yeah, that's the look. You know, the torn, tattered.
Yeah, but I mean, but you can't dress up one day a week just to go for service.
You know that's a interesting thing as you were talking about that, because what we're discovering is that America is less and less. We're becoming less formal. Mm-hmm. You know, we want it both ways. People say, and I know, and I'm putting it out there, and I'm putting it in quotations, come as you are. Because God doesn't care. God doesn't care. People do. Mm-hmm. And that's the issue. And my wife calls me a hypocrite on this because she was kidding me because I've already laid out my outfit for Sunday.
So what's wrong with that?
But then I'm saying it shouldn't matter what you wear, right? But I be laying mine out.
But you're in the limelight. There's a certain look and approach.
And that's part of it too. That's part of
approach towards service and coming to service that you're supposed to have.
Well, does it matter? Or should it
For
matter?
some, it does.
Okay.
Because now here's the part that I struggle with, because in some way or another and I could be wrong, but I think that we as a society are becoming less and less religious. And in that, we don't care how we show up. We don't reverence the house of God. I mean, all of these different things. I mean, wait, help me out now. There isn't there some passage of scripture where a woman ain't supposed to wear pants?
No.
Yeah, it is.
Where it said specifically women shouldn't be wearing pants.
Well, Keith, don't try to hold me up. You know it's in there.
I'm saying
it's in the book.
It's something about women should not be wearing like men's clothing or something to that effect.
Oh, okay,
but
it's in the book. But so my point becomes now women are wearing pants to church, and I used to have coming up. You had that one good pair of Sunday dress shoes. You take them off as soon as you get in here. Mm-hmm. You put on the more tattered clothes you've been wearing. Mm-hmm. You don't see that anymore. You're wearing the tennis shoes, blue jeans, nappy, even the nappy hairstyle. You're wearing that to church. Man, my grandmama would comb my hair for me.
But you said something, and I'll open up the phone lines for this. You said something that you said America is becoming less religious. Mm-hmm. Is that a bad thing?
I can't speak to that. I think it's to the individual, but because there are those that don't believe.
Okay, but I'm saying if America, that this is the irony we're even having this discussion, because someone last night they were discussing.
There you go.
Oh, my bad. Let me shout out the good folks there at the New Pitts Mortuary, Mr. Nate Luckett. And I don't know if Deacon Jones is with him, but Deacon Mike Jones, good folks there.
All right.
I love Nate Luckett.
He slowed down when he got rubber right down.
Oh, man. Did you know a car could go a mile and a half?
Naked, man. I ain't never seen nobody can drive as slow as Nate can drive.
I know when he get to the corner of 20th and Capitol,
yeah,
he'll slow it down. But no, good folks there over there at
the New Pitts Mortuary.
All right. So, the phone line's open. they suggested, ironically, I had the book, and I've had the book for years. I didn't realize. Reinhold Niebuhr, who was a German philosopher, wrote a book, Beyond Tragedy. And in there, he's talking about, one of the things he talked about was, and this book was done in the 20th century, he's talking about how we move into humanism, that people are becoming less religious. And so I think when you begin to have a discussion around religion, and the expectations that we have, I hear people use this term, especially people that don't go to church. My good friend Keon, they would go, "I'm spiritual." Now,
even when I listen to an individual like Al,
uh-huh.
Who calls in and he spews out his opinion of church and God and all of that. I mean, is that becoming more of a mainstream mindset?
Here's the question: how many of us were religious or are religious because of the social aspect of it, right? That
or religious out of habit.
Yeah, I mean, politicians, if they're appealing to certain groups, will try to do their religious bona fides, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's the religion that makes you spiritual. I think you become a practitioner. I shared this quote that I heard from a black theologian many years ago. And I wrestle with this idea of how, and this, the question was something around whether or not you should worship Jesus. And he said something that really caught my attention. He said, well, here's the thing. I love Jesus so much that I don't worship him. I follow him. And I thought, wow, because I think we spend so much time worshiping Jesus that we don't practice what Jesus taught, right? So I don't know, is it more important to practice the teachings of Jesus, or is it more important to worship Jesus? And so depending on what your catechism is religiously, but the issue becomes now that there are people out there saying that, and for many years, obviously, Martin Luther, his response to the Catholic Church was the Reformation, right? And his feeling that the papacy and the Catholic Church was not responsive to the needs of folks, and that it was, in effect, abusive. A lot of times it justified very, very negative behavior. Jesus, when he went into the temple, again, Jesus's whole thing was going after religious authorities who were, in effect, abusing people, right? We talk about the money changers and what that meant. And just so when people understand, when Jesus was turning over the tables of the money changers, who were the money changers? They were just that, because there was an agreement struck between Rome and Israel and Israel religious leadership that Romans would not come into the temple, and that you had, like, on the coin of Roman currency was Caesar. That's a graven image. And so that graven image couldn't go in the temple. So what people had to do was to go from and that's where you get the term coin of the reign, the engraved coin of Roman currency, to a currency that could be used in the temple. And so people changed that, money exchange. Just like if you go to Europe, and I don't know if you still do it now with everything being digital, but you would convert dollars, except in England now, to euros, right? So that's what you do. That would be a change. And there might be some charge on you changing the currency, where you would do euros and dollars. I mean, dollars are accepted everywhere. Everybody accepts dollars. The American dollar is the most powerful currency in the world in terms of use and exchange. And so that's what it was. So the question becomes is, how responsive has religion been as an institutional force to those things that we ascribe to deity and we ascribe to God, and should we be about that? So when asked, I don't think it should really matter what you wear to church. Debo is right. I'm in a different position because I am kind of out in front, so people watch. But if you look now, churches that are really growing and thriving, one, they have a younger congregation, and two, there's not so much an emphasis on what you wear, right? Let's get you here. And so when people, and that's for us, it's our discomfort. There are people who grew up where women didn't wear pants to church, right? And there are a lot of women who have been programmed not to wear pants to church, right? Because it's just how we grew up. It's piety.
But isn't it a form
it's
of
not
respect?
Spiritual, huh?
Isn't it a form of respect for what we deem to be the house of God?
Is God just in that house? People say, should you lie in church? Because, you offend God. Well, not that you can offend God, but what I mean.
Well, should you curse in church?
Well, you shouldn't curse. Period. But
you shouldn't curse, period?
Well, cussing is different than cursing. When you put a curse on a person, I think when we use the cussing, right? I think we should be able to expand our vocabulary where those words are not needed, but sometimes those words are perfectly appropriate
in church.
I don't know. That's a tough one. Maybe somebody could help us with that one. I don't know.
I just
because I'm a Baptist. I've been to some church meetings.
Yeah.
I can't speak for the other denominations. I can tell you what some Baptist church meetings look like. And here's the crazy
another
thing.
Word for donkey? She said, "Sit your donkey down." They use it in the commercial right now. I see that commercial.
Yeah. Oh! Look! I love what is Frank's Red Hot.
Mm-hmm.
You need to put that on
everything.
Yeah. Oh, it's stuff, but stuff ain't stuff. It's sugar, honey, iced tea. And then they blur it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other thing in terms of we're more publicly explicit in our language. There were words that you can do. And people were fans of I Love Lucy.
Like the word bitch. It is common on television and even in radio, you'll hear it.
Because it depends on how the word is used. Now, bitch is a female dog, right?
Okay.
And so if people are talking about their dog and she's a female, okay, then
but that would not the way it's being used.
Yeah. Now my thing is, what if it describes behavior?
Okay.
If you don't want to be called one,
then you shouldn't act like
don't
one.
Be one. That's my feeling. That
because people use it to define moods. I'm in a bitchy mood.
Or bitching and moaning. Right? I mean, it now I would just.
But is that appropriate in
well, certainly we're not going to use that language. We shouldn't use that language anyway. And certainly Christians should not be using that language. And when I say that, it's supposed to be with other Christians, but in general, how we talk to people. But when people get angry,
but they
all rules are suspended.
That you basically have a limited vocabulary when cuss words become a part of how you express yourself.
Were you ever in the military?
No.
Okay. I wasn't in the military,
mm-hmm.
but I did live in a college dorm. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you that the language, MF was like a punctuation point, to the point that my roommate hated the word so much. He said, y'all need to stop using that. But man, that's, and so freely. And it wasn't that we lack vocabulary.
Samuel L. Jackson is famous for
his
ability to use that word.
And truth be told, it's used in the house. My goddaughter asked me, and
it almost got used in the debate.
Oh, this
Former president.
And I didn't. And I don't know if Kennedy's mom knew this. When during 2020, Rhonda was taking care of Kennedy, and whenever Donald Trump came on, the expletives. And my wife is not a general cusser, right? my But the expletives,
flow, huh?
oh,
it's like turning on the faucet,
dude. And poor little Kennedy, I know she's hearing this, know, and oh man, she called him DA so many times. And she almost got like Kamala Harris, but every time he come on, you just hear dumbass, just be, and the baby had to hear it.
Yeah.
So baby asked, she said, Poppy, when you watch the football game, do you use bad words? Well, yeah, it depends on the game. But yeah, but it's in the privacy of my home. I mean, I'm in the man cave. Nobody can hear me, but the neighbors and my wife. So yeah,
the neighbors and your wife. Is that bad? Were you on a microphone? Megaphone? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not gonna put anybody on the spot, but I'm sure that there's folks out there who are watching the sporting events, and from time to time, an F-bomb is gonna be dropped. So we'll see. No, we had a call.
No, I was just checking because we don't have a call. I'm amazed with such sensitive subject matter.
Yeah, I don't. I did look up though. Dressed to the nines. It's a phrase that originated with the Scottish phrase "to the nine." The earliest written record, of the phrase "to the nines" is the poetry of Robert Burns in the late 18th century. The phrase "dressed in the nines" became popular in the mid-19th century. The phrase "to the nines" means to perfection or to the highest degree. The Scottish National Dictionary suggests that the phrase may come from the game of nine pins, where 9 is the highest score possible in a single throw. However, the connection between the phrase and 9 pins is not clear. The phrase "dressed to the nines" is used to describe someone who's wearing very stylish or elegant clothes, often for a special occasion. For example, Jackie.
My wife?
Jackie.
Oh, you talking about the receptionist?
Jackie.
Her name Jackie, too.
Jackie went out dressed to the nines.
Yeah.
I'm a hater.
I heard you were dressed to the nines for the black and white ball.
We clean up really well. Yeah. Probably I walked past Michelle, didn't even recognize her. No, I'm kidding. But
she's easy to miss.
Oh man, when Michelle dress up. Ooh, man.
What are you saying? What are you indicating there?
Michelle. Well, first of all, Michelle is a very beautiful woman. So it don't take a lot.
You talking about Michelle Pfeiffer?
It doesn't take a lot to, for her to accentuate her beauty.
Wait, Keith. Tell me you're not going there.
Debo.
Is she not? She ain't standing behind me.
She's still here. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. She kind of light on her feet too.
That live from A Few Good Men. Can you leave the room so we can talk about you behind your back, please?
She's standing there conversating. She's still talking, so she's busy. She can't hear us.
But so based on this idea that dressed to the nines is one of elegance and style.
And that's
and I hate to burst some people's bubbles, but as Al would say, they won't tell you, but I will. You're not at 9. You might be 2.5.
Some of them ain't gonna never get to 9.
Have you ever put on a fit though? You just thought that fit was like it was. I'm looking good, and the reaction you get to that fit might be, maybe not.
No, but Carvey has.
Yeah, all right.
Have you done that, Carvey?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Put a fit on that you really thought was just
that.
Yeah, it was,
and it wasn't that.
Yeah, and you realized too late.
It wasn't that.
So I got a story for you right now, real quick.
I knew that happened.
So I went to Silver Star and bought this Elmo shirt.
Is Silver Star over there on
Fond du Lac?
On Fond du Lac. Okay.
It was on Fond du Lac. So I had bought this Elmo shirt. It had
You had an Elmo shirt?
Yes.
Tickle me, Elmo.
It had little sparkles on it, right? It was red and black. And I bought some shoes that was there. They were red and black. It was sparkles on them as well. And I wore the outfit to school. Somebody said I look like a leprechaun.
Wow. First mistake was going to Silver Star. Yeah.
I bought this shirt. I don't know what got me to buy this shirt, but I look like a Cuban pimp.
Wow.
So my coworker, she would see me, and she said, "What's up, Precious?"
Wow.
Oh man, I burned that shirt. Yeah. Oh, you be thinking you clean, and they be like, oh no, man. I done put together. This is probably in the 70s, because in the 70s, I don't know what fashion was in the 70s, man. I mean, you could do checks and stripes and stars. You know, somebody said you dress like you threw up on acid. You know, I mean, you got colors.
Yeah.
And I admire people that can, pull that off where you go like, oh man, that's really nice.
Tie-dye was kind of popular around in that
tie-dye.
time.
Yeah, you do the tie-dye, and because oh man, but there's a picture. I don't know if number 10 is listening, but there's that picture of us the day after we won the state championship. And that outfit I had on, I had a bow tie, literally looked like it went out to my shoulders. That big velvet bow tie.
Man, I got a picture I could pull up.
Pink shirt, burgundy check jacket.
I got on a brown suit with polka dot. I mean, they're huge polka dots, man. These are huge polka dots. I didn't, you're a kid, so I didn't have any say in what I had on. But I'm gap tooth. I'm smiling. My cheeks is about yay high. My head nappy, brown suit, and then a big old bow tie on. I'm just like, who let me out of the house like that?
Too late.
I'm like, wow.
And you gonna fight?
I didn't look like a clown, Carvey. Yes, I did.
Was it the bozo?
I'm gonna see if I can find that picture, man. Show that picture to y'all before I get up out of here today.
Because you go fight.
Because I don't think nobody loved me.
You gonna fight because somebody gonna say something, right, and you gonna be offended. And nobody told you to wear that. Dude decided he was gonna put his fit on Facebook. And by the time they got finished wearing him out on Facebook, I'm like, dude, first of all, why would you put it on Facebook? Because people can respond, they can react to what you're wearing. So
I'm a pretty big fan of those throwback Thursdays that people do, because they put all those old pictures on there and stuff like that. But yeah, that's always fun.
Some of those my throwback came up though. I had one when I was 14. I was a good looking kid at 14. What happened?
Yeah.
And you know what? And this might be appropriate for certain fashion choices. Swallow your pride.
Wow.
Oh man, don't. And I went. One of the things that we spent a lot of time doing at Francis Parkman Junior High School was capping on each other. Man, we be ranking.
That was every school, Keith. We did that.
Oh, Parkman, man, took it to a level. And then the church I went to, same thing. So I figured, oh man, I'm going to Dominican. This is not going to be a problem.
Metropolitan, y'all capped at Metropolitan?
Dude, they talk about your mama so bad, dude. It just be like, and they know your mama. That's what made it so crazy. They know your mama.
That's what made them good.
Right. So they talk about your mama so bad. I never did it. But
Keith,
Not me.
Thou shalt not.
We're not in church.
No, thou shalt not steal.
So anyway, phone lines are open. I know. Don't be ashamed. Have you ever put together a fit only later to regret the fit? And unfortunately for little kids, you have no choice because it's your mama who's really messing you up, putting some stuff on you that she thought was cute. My mama bought me a shiny red cowboy shirt with the little fringes on it. I was going to Fifth Street School.
Say it ain't so.
Dude, I got picked on from 4th and Right.
Oh, jeez.
They talked about me from 4th and Right. Those was the longest 5 blocks in my whole life. I mean, girls were talking about you. Now, when girls start talking about you, it's just like, my mama. And I was really happy about that little cowboy shirt that my mother had bought me. And it was shiny and red. And it was only worn once.
Of course. It was only worn
and my mama would go, "Where's that shirt?" I don't know, mama. I put it downstairs to be washed. That shirt, man. Come on, man. And you're already dealing with self-esteem issues already. And here you go. But that, you can't convince. And let me just put it out there. You old players.
Keith, don't do it. Leave the old players alone.
No, I gotta go at the old players. Look, it was stylish in 1981. It ain't coming back. Not in your lifetime. Though right now, we went from the micro thin, so for guys like Carvey is perfect, right? To now, we're back to baggy. And I don't know if you've seen now the huge elephant leg pants that people are wearing. So we're going from tight to, I saw a real nice outfit, but I thought, man, people going to think that that's too young for me, but it was really nice. Like, and you see it now, you begin to see it, so fashion, if you watch now what you see some of the entertainers wearing, now,
right.
People probably wearing in 2 to 3 years. I was going to say something, but people would take it to be homophobic, so I'm not going to say it. But I did. I used to sing in a choir, and when you if you really want to know what people are wearing, check out young gay men, because usually, they're going to be on there. We have a caller?
Yep, let's go to the phone.
All right. Caller, welcome to the program.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's happening?
My name is Elijah.
Hey, Elijah.
Hey, man, I just wanted to chime in on some of the conversation. It's my first time calling.
Oh, man. Where's the bell?
Say it again?
We got a bell. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, we stole that from Joe Madison. All right, go ahead.
All right. Man, I used to shop at Silver Star too, and I remember back when.
Garvey, you got a fellow Silver Star shopper.
I was a teenager. Me and my homie, we had these vests. They had like leopard print on the shoulders. It was blue jean vest, and they had spikes on it. Plus, people thought we was rock stars when we be down there on Water Street.
I've never heard of a blue jean vest.
Yeah, blue jean vest.
It was it was a blue jean vest jacket with leopard print on the shoulder with spikes on the shoulder.
Leopard print.
We had matching was, but his was great. Mine was like regular leopard print.
Now, Keith, look at this. Don't say who it is, but look at that outfit. Now you know you want to whoop your mama.
Oh my God, dude. I don't even know what the design is on that shirt, man. But what is that? Are those check squares on the?
Hey.
Ooh,
don't say who it is though, cause
is that your middle name?
What?
Is that your middle name?
No, that's my fraternity name.
Oh, okay. All right.
Show it to Carvey. He never seen nothing like that before.
All right, so
no, that's my wife.
The
picture was my wife.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He goes, oh.
Damn, Jackie.
Caller, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm there.
I think we just outdid your leopard print.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if a dude should ever be wearing leopard. I don't think you should ever see a dude in leopard. I'm just.
Yeah, man, not my proudest moments in my life. But,
and you purchased this yourself?
It was what it went back then. But I also wanted to talk about like what you wear to go to the church and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I know that in the Nation of Islam, they wear the same suits and colors and stuff like that to show uniformity.
Right.
And that makes me think about how I was listening to this Rites of Passage thing on YouTube, and the guy was explaining in Gambia, and there everyone is the same, like, it's Muslims and Christians, but you wouldn't be able to really tell them apart because how they hang together, it was age groups instead of sections, so to say. But I think that uniformity is a good thing, everyone to be on one accord, wearing kind of the same thing in churches and mosques and all that stuff.
Right. The blue FOI is like one of the coldest uniforms ever. Oh my God. That is one of the cold, that I think it's like a royal, that is a beautiful uniform. And now they have a summer khaki uniform that is really beautiful, man. That was one of the things that really attracted me to the Nation of Islam. I wanted to be in the Fruit of Islam so I could get that uniform, man. And you know what was the deal breaker for me, right?
What's that?
Yeah. I told me I couldn't eat pork.
Oh, yeah.
That little thing, right? That little thing.
Wow. Man, pork was easy for me to give up when I started realizing how bad it was on my body. Like, I grew up not eating pork, and then I started eating pork. Mm-hmm. And, I remember one time I went to McDonald's and, I just threw up because I had a sausage McBiscuit. And, it was like, I cut it off after that. So, you can feel the effects of it on your body. Once you take it out and then you try to reintroduce it back in, then you won't even want it anymore. But
I think it would be the same thing with any kind of meat, right? That your body is going to,
correct.
Because how it breaks down, meat is different than it would break down, let's say, like greens or celery, right? So you're right in terms of then how long solid meats stay in your system, so,
right.
There were a lot of questions, and I know with the Nation and Islam in general, because Islam follows, they pretty much I think for Islam, for Jewish people it's kosher, for Islam I think it's halal, right? What's allowable, right? And so being Semitic sources in terms of their origins, they share certainly the dietary code. For Black people, though, because we did have Black folks who came from Africa during the Middle Passage who were Muslim, right? And so now they're introduced to pork when they get here. Now, why are we eating pork? One of the reasons why we're eating pork was that pork was not as valued as beef for Europeans, right? So during the Civil War, when, at the end of the Civil War, Union soldiers would take the beef, they wouldn't necessarily take the pork, right? And so then you had where it was leftovers, and then even for us, then we ate leftovers of leftovers. That's where we get chitlins, right? So, and how we can make intestines palatable, that says something about the ingenuity of the people. Now, I don't mess with them anymore. I'm not going to lie to you. I used to, but I don't mess with them anymore. And the thing that got me from not ever wanting to see another chitterling was when they were cooked in my house. Because normally when I would go and eat them, they would cook someplace else, right? They cooked in the crib. Right. And, man, I saw all that fat, that smell. It was, man. And Rhonda cooked them on the back porch, but it was still, no. So I don't do them anymore for a lot of reasons, but I think the dietary code, and I think a lot of it, and I don't know if you listen to us on Tuesdays, Be Healthy, Be You, but I could tell you that every Tuesday at some point we're going to start talking about diet and how it impacts us. But a lot of things we just did, we just passed down. I have a Jewish friend of mine, and we were at a reception, and man, he was tearing up that ham sandwich. And I go, Jason, aren't you Jewish? He said, yeah, but I ain't kosher. So, and even that, the story about Jesus casting out the demons, and had the legions of demons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's where Jewish folks are going buying their pork. That'd be like us going to the weed house, right? And so when those pigs went off the cliff, they're going like, dude, Jesus, you messing up some money now. And it always seemed that there was hostility because Jesus always started messing with somebody's money, right? But yeah, when those pigs went over and they was going like, dude, you got to go. Okay? You got to go. But it's fascinating when you talk about our diet. And then my question is, when did we even become carnivores? Because I'm thinking that probably 40,000 years ago, I don't know if we were plant-based, but at some point, human beings went from being plant-based to being carnivores, where we would actually eat meat. It's interesting in my mind. All right, man. Well, sorry about that, man, that you, but like I said, I had passion, so I can appreciate it. And I had my little pressure shirt. And dude, you couldn't tell me I wasn't looking good. I'm looking like, who's from Scarface? Is that Tony Montana?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I look like. Then I had some little pointy toe shoes on. Oh yeah, I'm looking like look at that Jorge, the Cuban pimp. Yeah, we can put some stuff on, man. And in retrospect, you thinking, dude, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? All right, man. Well, man, I appreciate you and thank you for listening and thank you for being part of the program.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right, man.
All right, sure.
Mm-hmm. 414-444-5250. 414-444-5250. This article came across the wire this morning. I think I was reading it in the Root, and it caught my attention because, as you know, we're dealing with issues now where there's been a retreat from where we were in 2020 on DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. There's an article in the Root today by Chanel Janae, and she says, on Tuesday, Walmart released one of their holiday commercials to celebrate the festive season, featuring two beloved actors, Lorenz, L-A-R-E-N-Z, sorry about that, Carly, Tate and Nia Long. But the reaction to it have not been positive for reasons you might not expect. So when we get back from the break, that was my tease. We'll talk about the reaction to this particular commercial. We'll be right back.
Adrian Dunn's Wonderful, a soulful celebration comes.
I'm Stephen Hopkins, program manager for Critical Response Team. I'm at WNOV right now.
So, Stephen, what's something simple that you're thankful for today?
Being alive and free.
One more question.
Yes, sir.
Is there something you're looking forward to this holiday season?
Seeing my loved ones and, spending some time with them.
Perfect.
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm Deslyn. I'm here at WNOV, and I'm from United Garden Homes, Inc.
So, Deslyn, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What holiday memories are you most thankful for?
I'm most thankful for the holiday memories of spending time with my family, my mom, my dad, and all of the Smith and Adams family. Hey, that's what I'm thankful for.
One more question.
Yes.
Is there something you're looking forward to this holiday season?
I'm looking for some peace and quiet and family time.
Give me some of that.
What's up? It's Jamiroquai Killer with the Black Policy Initiative. I'm here at WNOV.
Yo, Jamiroquai. So, What's one thing you've learned this year that you're thankful for?
And one thing I learned that I'm thankful for is to not be prideful and to not think about myself all the time. You know, I want to spend next year pouring into everybody else except for me, because when I give to others, it always come back.
Can you share a time when you share love to someone?
Man, every day. Every day.
Right.
You know, I got a lot of people around me that help fuel my fire and help make me better. And I want to keep them around. I want to keep them energized because I need them. And so I try to give it back to them every single chance I get.
Hello, my name is Johnny L. Jones, one of the founders of Experience MKE, who proudly presents to all the All Black Experience, which is happening 11/29/24. We are also familiar with the All White Experience in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
So, Johnny, how do you show appreciation to your loved ones during the holidays?
I show my appreciation and gratitude toward the loved ones throughout the holiday, well as the year. Pick up the phone, check on people, because you really never know what anyone is going through, and just you reaching out saying hello, how you doing, need anything. You just don't understand sometimes how much that impact other people sometimes.
Hello, I'm Hope Manuel of Milwaukee Hope Initiative.
So Hope, I got a question for you. Sure. What holiday memory are you most thankful for?
Probably the big Christmases we used to have when I was younger. Mm-hmm. All the family was there, all the cousins, mm-hmm. You know, both grandparents were still around, right. And, you know, just riding bikes through the living room that we got that morning for Christmas and just tearing up the house.
Thanks. Well, appreciate you.
Thank you.
WNOV, this your boy Jermaine Rideout, producer extraordinaire. What am I most thankful for? I am thankful for family, my kids, my loved ones, my mom and dad, health and strength to be alive, the staff and management of WNOV. I'm very, very, very grateful for them. Right. And yeah, man, that's what I'm grateful for.
One more thing, man.
Yes, sir.
Are you excited for this holiday season, man?
I'm most definitely excited.
What's one thing you're looking forward to during this holiday
season?
Eating
everything, man. I'm looking forward to eating everything that's out on the table.
Okay.
I'm going to eat everything.
Facts. Thank you, man.
Indeed.
Yeah.
This is a caller I'm gonna get with you. Walmart releases a ad with Lorenz Tate and Nia Long, and they did the movie Love Jones back in 1997. They pose as a loving couple, with Long opening up an early Christmas gift from Walmart, a record player, which is a callback to their Love Jones characters having a meet cute at a record store. As the Isley Brothers record spins, Long's character, Nina Mosley, was looking for an Isley Brothers CD that was in the 90s in the film. The two dance together lovingly before their daughter pops up and snaps a picture of them together. The commercial is successful in its nostalgia and feel-goodness, and Black folks are eating it up online. But it still wasn't enough to ward off the criticism, or haters, from others who called out the major retailer for putting out this culturally specific ad just 1 week after it announced its plans to roll back diversity, equity, and inclusion programs and endeavors within the organization. On November 26, Walmart announced it would be ending racial equity training programs for staff and evaluating programs designed to increase supplier diversity, per CNN. The retailers also set to review all funding of Pride and other events and monitoring its online marketplace to remove sexual or transgender products marketed to children. The retail giant also announced it would not extend the Center for Racial Equity, the 5-year, $100 million philanthropic commitment created in 2020, dedicated to addressing the root causes of gaps and outcomes of African Americans in education, health, criminal justice, and other areas. The hypocrisy, that is not how you pronounce that word, the hypocrisy of dropping a commercial to court Black folks while nuking programs designed to benefit them did not pass us. Walmart said DEI at work? No. But for Black consumers outreach, let's Love Jones it up. A beautiful nostalgia campaign, wrote one user on X Twitter. Walmart is also pro-segregation and roll back diversity, equity, inclusion policies targeting women and marginalized groups. But Walmart also released a Love Jones commercial, said another. Walmart dropping DEI from corporate initiatives and hiring at the same time dropping the Love Jones themed holiday commercials, the nastiest of works that I hope none of my Black folks are moved by. Stop accepting crumbs from the table that don't want you, said another user. Walmart trying to appeal to Black people with that Love Jones commercial after ending their DEI initiatives. That company is the devil, another one said. Well, Walmart was the devil before the whole DEI thing. You know, I mean, Walmart is truly the evil empire. I do not shop at Walmart. I do not. I ain't gonna say I never shopped at Walmart, but I stopped shopping at Walmart back when Walmart was resistant to union organizing, and so my politics said that if you don't want a union, you don't want my business. Caller, welcome to the program.
What's going on, brother?
What's happening?
You got your pack of gear on or what?
No, but folks around here does.
Oh, so if y'all win, you gonna wear it tomorrow?
Yeah, I gotta. I might.
Yeah, but I know you're a real bandwagon jumper, so I know you.
Oh no,
you might not wear it tomorrow.
When it comes to the Packers. Now that I am a true believer, ride or die, you know, through the good times and the bad times. But no, the Bucks and others, Brewers, Marquette, Wisconsin. Yeah, I'm fair weather, but not when it comes to the Packers. But and hopefully, me seeing folks in this Packer gear is not a jinx.
What? I mean, you got to wear it on the day of. What you mean?
Yeah, I guess. You know, because
when are they supposed to wear it then?
well, I guess game day, and I know when the county they allow, that's usually a dress down day where you can wear Packer gear on the day or the weekend, before the Packers. So say on Friday they play Sunday, but they're playing the day. So I'm sure that there's a lot of Packer gear down at the courthouse today.
Yeah, and have you was talking about dressing, right?
Yes, sir.
What about your last clean?
What you mean?
Your casket clean.
Oh, dude. My casket clean.
Your last clean.
Oh man, that's why I
forgot about that one.
No, because you know what? No, I haven't. That's why I have 2 black suits.
What's the first one for?
I got to be buried in a black suit, so I got a black suit.
Hey, would you say he ain't living? He dead.
Wait a minute, hold on. And then I also had the filer, warm up too. Just in case I want to go out and hear Pippish Player from 1987, with my filer, my little gold chain.
And they're going to talk about you too. They're like, why you put this on?
Oh, man, dude. Now, that's bad, though, when they talk about you in your casket. That is probably the ultimate, oh, man.
Talking about the outfit you had on?
Yeah.
To me, to me
you're not
personally,
responsible for that.
And in our era, man, we love that guest outfit with the pencil pocket. We had the jean jacket with the pencil pocket. Ooh, man, with the guest in the back. Yeah. Man, you used to get that from Johnny Walker's. Johnny Walker's had every color. Come on, you gotta love Johnny Walker's. My guy with the fro, you know my guy with the fro gonna be in there.
You know who else worked there? Bishop Darrell Hines.
Yeah.
Oh, he sure did, didn't he? He had a crispy little fro.
I always say it, and I know people get tired of hearing me. He ordered me the first pair of shoes I ever ordered. He ordered for me a pair of Pierre Cardins. That dude.
Anytime I call him, guess who else goes through the door?
Who that?
Flyer John. Flyer John walked through the door.
I have not seen Flyer John.
I haven't seen him in a while.
I haven't seen Flyer John in a while. Yeah. Oh,
well,
Flyer John.
He's still around.
He's still around because we used him a couple of years ago for an event that we had. Yeah. Okay.
How much Flyer John still be charging?
$20.
That he do it.
Yeah, and you know what? And it don't matter what time of year.
Advertising.
He out there, man. It could be cold. He's out there. It's hot. He's out there. That dude was a local legend.
With a leather coat on and a bunch of flyers in a book bag.
There you go, man. That dude's a legend.
He get your product out.
Legend.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah. Flyer John and my guy with the red suit, them two are legends.
The guy with the red suit.
The dude with the red suit to run up Capitol with the Jerry curl. He ain't never lost weight.
Oh, you talking about the jogger?
The jogger?
Yeah, with the curl.
Oh, let me ask you a question, bro. Did you have a Jerry curl back in the day?
No, I had an S curl.
Same difference.
Same thing.
Well, it was a little short. It wasn't as wet. It wasn't messing your shoulder pads up or nothing like that, or your back of your neck.
Yeah, you got long enough. That drip is all
I thought
over.
he meant he was wearing shoulder pads.
Yeah, because in the 80s, remember those we were wearing.
I had nothing with no shoulder pads.
Yeah, you did in your suits. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he did.
Those talking about Devo looking like Devo. You know that those wide. Yeah, in the 80s.
Bill.
Yeah.
Is that why I look so buffed? I
It was those shoulders.
I thought it was me.
Right, and then oh man, now here I go with my whole fashion thing. And then it was American Gigolo. Because Giorgio Armani, and he did then introduce the unconstructed suit where he took the shoulder pads out of suits. And you see it even now. There's a lot of jackets you get that they have no shoulder pads, and it's just a natural man. And here's the other thing.
Wait, Debo, before you get to I'm gonna go, but you know who fashion was terrible when Theo wore that Garden Contrail shirt on Cosby Show.
I'm gonna tell you somebody, and I'll call him a Bama. I don't care. Steve Harvey, if you think you clean, you ain't. That dude's been a Bama as long as I can remember, man. Oh, God.
All right, I'll catch y'all.
All right, man. Peace.
But the one thing, and maybe because I stepped out to refresh my coffee, the John Wayne shirts.
The John Wayne
shirts. You don't remember the John Wayne shirts?
Yes, I remember the John Wayne shirts.
Man.
But and when did we and
1,000 buttons?
But that's just going to talk about my good brothers up in Detroit. Boy, in Detroit, if they can put a button on there, man, it'd be like, how you get 13 buttons on that suit? Call welcome to the program.
Hey, good morning, Keith.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kirby. You know what? You're on many subjects this morning.
Yeah.
However, one subject that I just want to reflect on it. As coming up as a kid, there was absolutely no women or girls that wore pants.
That's right.
All ladies wore dresses.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I first started seeing ladies wearing pants, I thought that was so odd, you know. And then later on,
you remember about what year, about what time that was?
Oh man, well,
80s, 70s.
I think it started changing in the 70s.
Yeah.
And then,
did you grow up in Milwaukee?
Yes, I grew up in Milwaukee.
I can remember the first time I ever saw women wearing men tennis shoes. I'd never seen that.
Yes.
Remember, they used to have girl tennis shoes. And I was at Garfield Park, and these three sisters, they went to King. and they had on some Chucks, and they had those Chucks hooked up. That was the first time I'd ever seen a girl wear what we call boy shoes.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yes.
and now, you know, actually women, they're tennis shoe designers. They like New Balance. The New Balances
Right.
for women, man, are so stylish, you know. Okay.
Yes.
So you think women should I went to Parkman and Pants Day was Thursday. That's the only day that they could wear pants, on Thursday.
Yeah, I remember they changed it up, you know what I'm saying? And along with changing it up, I think that brought a particular amount of the way women act. I think after they start wearing these pants, I think that
you need to speak up. And when we start letting them wear pants,
Wait
what
a
happened?
minute. Now be careful.
What did happen once we put them in pants? What happened,
You're
man?
going with this. Be careful. Tread lightly.
I'm trying to be as respectful as I possibly can.
Yeah, but I know where you're going, but you got to tread lightly to get there now.
But
and let me warn you, Michelle is still here.
So what were you saying?
What were you saying about about women wearing pants?
I noticed that
she just said, "I'll be right there." She's wrapping up.
I noticed that the women started getting a bit more over the top in regards to finding yourself equal with us males. And
oh boy,
I don't know, it just took off. It just took off from there, man. And
as soon as you start letting women wear pants,
they
equal to men. Lord, oh boy. Ooh.
Hey man, I rest my case, man. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, he's trying to hurry up before Michelle get back in there. He gone. He done hung up.
So let me just so those folks did not hear, he's saying, and I'm surmising, he is saying that when we started letting women wear pants,
first part of that is already suspect.
Yeah,
letting.
Oh, dude, I was really uncomfortable with that.
Wait a minute. Hold on now. Don't do that.
They became equal to men.
Uh-oh. You ready for the icing on the cake?
Here we go.
You ready for the icing on the cake?
I'm ready. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Caller, welcome to the program.
Well, good morning. First thing I want to say, if you're over 18, you can wear whatever you want.
Uh-oh.
And if you choose to cuss, you can cuss wherever you want, because I cuss every day. And if
really? I'm surprised you cuss?
Yes, I do. Yes, every day. And if
you make it I mean, like, damn, I almost didn't cuss today.
So it's very rare I do. And if anybody here, oh well. What I wanted to say with that DEI, because I know they never pushed back against the domestic hogs that went wild. Did you know if it wasn't for the Immigration Act of 1917, a lot of these people trying to pull back all DEI would have never had the opportunity to be squirted up a woman's American canal? That's correct. So I don't understand why everybody is not pushing back. Because if you're not American, and when they tried to come, the Immigration Act, when it wasn't enforced, they told them go back over the ocean like Noah's Ark. Why are they even complaining? I never could understand that. The other thing I wanted to share with you too, in Tennessee, the home where the 10-year-old boy married the 27-year-old woman, they should not be worried about no type of issues because they already got that Elvis Presley stuff going on in the South. And then I have my last thing. This is for educational purposes only. Please contact your family care provider. There was a gentleman yesterday who talked about men were suing hospitals for being circumcised. There's absolutely no benefit of extra foreskin. It is an incubator for bacteria. So a lot of y'all do not clean. So you're smelling like old piss and ammonia from a terrier dog. So I wanted to share this information because people keep talking about what's wrong and how it's taken away from a man. It serves absolutely no benefit of extra foreskin. And a lot of women don't like going down on people who smell like ammonia.
Okay.
And can I share one more thing with you, please? Can I share one more thing with
Just
you?
one more, Al. Just one more.
Okay. On the word on the curb is a lot of big grown men. Y'all are leaving Hershey bars on those seats. So please, if you're sitting on a woman's bed and you feel you cannot clean yourself correctly,
Oh my God, man!
I had to share that.
Al, no, you didn't. You didn't have to share that.
Let me thank Al for that public health announcement. We
You didn't have to share that, Al. Oh my God.
Michelle, can I ask a question? Michelle, can I ask you a question?
Yes, Al.
How would you feel if you spent $1,200?
Al, you already know how I feel. You ain't got to ask me.
Saying,
you already know.
But this is for educational purposes.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Should nobody that's healthy.
Al, let me tell you how we handle that.
You said that's healthy. Do what, Al?
Al, let me tell you how we handle that, bro. You don't get to come back, fam.
My thing is, I understand, but for educational purposes, hygiene should be an order. And for a lot of big grown healthy men, they feel they don't have to clean. So there should be no Hershey bars on no grown woman's feet. Dush. Have a great day.
Now, isn't seeing that we're having this health conversation? Isn't
no? You
I gotta go pick up Jermaine.
Oh, okay. But douching is unhealthy for women.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, they don't. Somebody said they got dude wipes.
Dude wipes.
I just saw that commercial.
Yeah, there's a dude
commercial.
Dude wipes.
Yeah.
Well, how are they any different from regular wipes? It's a bigger sheet.
I think they are not just for men, but that's what they call.
I think we teach boys differently. Like when, and this is why I never wanted to change Kennedy's diaper or Caitlin's diaper. Never wanted to change a little girl's diaper, especially when they've had a bowel movement. Because if I wipe wrong, but boys been wiping wrong for years and don't wipe well. Let's just be honest. So.
Somebody said it's a bigger wipe. And I'm just going to say this because like in our bathroom, okay, or in my son's bathroom, same thing. In addition to toilet paper,
y'all have wipes?
We have wipes because after you do the extra, if you have a stool or bowel movement, after you use regular tissue, then you also need to use a wipe because regular tissue, even though it will come back looking clean, is dry. So it has not picked up and absorbed everything that may be residual. So,
and this is all for educational purposes.
This is for educational purposes. So a lot of people don't use wipes after a stool.
Right.
If you are at home, and I know carry them in your purse or your pocket, man, or something, but it really is hygienic to be able to have that additional wet wipe to be able to take care of residual, crap.
I love the way residual.
Crap. Residual.
Oh my God. That's great phrasing.
Whatever. But I'm just saying.
You're very good.
And there are a lot of people who do not use the wipes. And please know, I don't care how many times they say they're flushable. Don't flush them.
Michelle,
they're not flushable.
There was a caller right before Al who spoke to the fact that at some point or another, we messed up as men folk, or as society is basically the way he worded it, when we how did he word it, Keith?
Let women wear pants where now they equal to men.
Yeah, I heard that.
How you feel about that, Michelle?
I heard that.
Michelle, how you feel about
that? I can't spend a lot of time on it because
Miss Michelle.
I gotta go get my colleagues, so I can't spend a lot of time on that. But what I will say is that if clothing alone dictates whether or not somebody is a man or not, you got bigger problems than somebody putting on a pair of slacks. If your manhood is altered, impacted, lessened, diminished because somebody got on an outfit, you have bigger issues.
What's my guy? I can't think of his name now.
Because Jesus didn't wear pants, and I'm assuming was still a man. Many men of that era didn't wear pants.
What about Billy Porter's outfit that he wore to the Met Gala?
Come on, baby. Woo!
The tux
dress thing. Yeah. But I mean, think about it. We just got to a place where a lot of men was actually wearing pants. Men didn't always wear pants.
And there's a practical reason for why men started wearing pants.
Exactly the same reason why women started wearing.
Right. If you
it was more practical.
The bell bottom.
Somebody just brought up Hillary Clinton and something that Hillary Clinton said. Hillary Clinton said that she was meeting with somebody, doing some work, and the individual tried to hit at her, and actually, she said she had either the way she sat down or she crossed her leg, that her skirt raised up a little too high, and she said at that moment she was like, there will be no more pants. I mean, no more skirts in meetings because I need to make sure. That we stay focused.
Which is really fascinating because in the military, women are still, they have the option, I'm assuming, to wear skirts or to wear slacks. And you probably, I don't think you wear a lot of dresses. I can't speak for you, but whenever I've seen you, you've always been very well coiffed in pants, but, that becomes the issue. I still don't know why, if a woman has an option, why do women even like wearing dresses?
I mean, it depends on what you're doing. First of all, I love skirts. I like longer skirts. But yeah, most of the stuff I do right now, I wear pants more than I normally would. But definitely got nice selection of dresses in the closet. And it's depending on what I'm doing, and you may be trying to be sexy that day. The dress works for you in that way. Or, I got some bad pieces that's just dresses. Like one of my favorite pieces of clothes I wish I could wear every day is a dress I bought in South Africa. This dress is so boss. Oh my God, the designer. I bought it from the designer and I love it. So, it's just about functionality though. For me right now, I do more things that I feel more comfortable moving around in pants.
Right. The bell bottoms were for sailors. It allowed them certain rules. But then for infantry,
you needed a tighter leg.
Right. You need a tighter leg because you're trying to negotiate usually through bush so I mean it's practical. I personally though, that's interesting about dresses and how we should,
But I'm just saying, like, if we want to talk men and we want to talk men historically, please be reminded that there was a period of time when men did not always wear pants and that they had options about what they wore. Go back and pay attention to some of these period movies.
We're so programmed. And it is for a lot of women, especially
Bill Cosby slept in a nightshirt.
Oh man, no problem with that.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying but that's a throwback to a different era in time when, the founders of this country all slept in nightshirts. They didn't sleep in pajamas with pants. They slept in shirts, night dresses, if you want to. They called them shirts, but they was night dresses because they was long. They wasn't the length of a shirt. But they said we slept in a nightshirt. So I just want to remind people, when we start talking about pants haven't always been on men's behind.
So how do you feel about this idea of because you guys are wearing pants now that you think you equal?
I don't think anything about that because I was equal to you before I started wearing pants. You just got put on game.
Well, that's what the man said. He called here and said.
He said that. And so, yeah.
And then rushed off the phone because when you said, I'll be there, I'm on my way. He dropped the mic. Bam.
Sound like Big Mama. Oh, don't let Big Mama get up. Did anybody have a threat? Don't let me get up. Did anybody have a threat? Call, welcome to the program.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Well, we think let's talk about the Zanzibar belt,
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
go
You
there.
get one in.
So,
And first of all, they ain't Zanzibar. They're Sanzabels. That's I know you old school because we call them Zanzibels.
hey, look, that's what we call them. Now, come on now. You know, we black folks.
Yeah, but you couldn't wrangle them up. I don't care what you did to them. You could throw them
Hey,
over there in the
look.
corner for a week. You pick them up, they still gonna be fresh.
They still gonna be fresh. And then we had our numbers, so. And then,
I know people that still wear Sanzabels right now.
Hey, and then we came out with the first.
Oh yeah.
What did he call them? The
Flotion.
It was a way to wear that thing, man.
Oh yeah.
And back in the day when Flotion was really a good brand, now they're owned by Stacey Adams, or either they own Stacey Adams.
Downstairs I wear them.
No, man, Brannovan's.
Yeah, that too.
On North Avenue. Man, I couldn't. Well, that's right.
We shop down on Wells downstairs.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Is Numbush still out there?
Yeah. Isn't it Numbush, Florsham, and Stacey Adams? I think they're all in the same company.
And whatever happened to Alan Edmond?
Oh, Alan Edmond is still, man.
Still right.
I was looking for a tuck shoe, for the black and white ball, and I was looking at some Alan Edmond.
Y'all talk about
they're not over here on
the bell bottom.
Oakland no more.
Talk about the elephant leg pants. Some of that.
Yeah.
That's what we call them.
Yeah.
But they back.
Yeah. Fashions change. I was looking at the 3-piece suits now, men wearing vests, and I'm trying to remember because I did have a Pierre Cardin 3-piece, and I'm trying, but the pants were a little wide in the legs, right? Now it's more micro fitted, right?
They wear them. As we used to wear them years ago. We call it tight leg pants.
Right. Okay.
When I was
so I'm gonna see how old you are.
Hair all the way up.
I'm gonna see how old you are, man. Did you ever own a pair? Hold on. Did you ever own a pair of Shanks?
Oh yes, sir. But see, I come from a family. Daddy preached and mama evangelist.
Okay.
They dressed because I wore a suit when I was in the 7th grade. I remember wearing a 3-piece suit to school.
Did you have a problem?
So, no, it bothered me that much with it was that because they knew my parents, they knew where I came from. They just looked at me as the preacher's son.
Oh, okay.
But as I got older, it was a little bit rough out here because that Negro looked at you like you had money and they want to do something to you. So I had to kind of downtrodden what I wore. Even though I am one of Milwaukee's finest dressing brothers when I have to.
Is that right?
Oh, yes, sir. I don't think you stand up next to me.
Oh no, man!
I don't think you stand up next.
No, man, I couldn't. I'm just the average guy.
No, I'm for real. If I had a number, I'd send you a couple of pictures recently.
Is that right?
And you're like, OMG.
I'm the shoe guy. It's my shoe
I
game.
do shoes too now, brother.
Oh, I'm a shoe game guy, man.
Hey,
This dude came up and he insulted me. And no disrespect to old school, because I know back in the day these were, he looked at my shoes and he go, "Damn, dude, those are Stacey Adams?" I said, "No, man, these ain't no Stacey Adams. I dropped $450 for these. What are you talking about, Stacey Adams? That's $450." The boot. All right, man. I appreciate you, man.
Hey man, I appreciate.
Oh, let me ask the question though. Who asked me? My guy Phoenix asked the question. So you got casket clean?
Man, look at casket sharp.
Okay, all right.
Like I said, if I had Debo's number right now, I'd send you a picture, and you said yes.
Okay.
But see, I understand.
But I know who you are and how you get down. So yeah, that part.
Hey, I know how to dress. I promise you. And then not only that, I tailor a lot of my own things.
So let me ask you a question. What was the worst suit you ever had? Color, design?
Oh my. Okay, what's his name? He was the old lawyer on the white guy for the white suit with the
Ben Matlock.
Matlock.
You had a Matlock?
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay,
I had a green suit.
No, it was white with the stripes in it. I couldn't do it.
Okay. Did you ever sport a full Clevelander?
Sir, from head to toe, baby.
Now, just so y'all don't know what a full Cleveland is, that's the leisure suit with the white shoes and the white belt. That's the full Cleveland right there.
Hey, man, look here.
Robert Halls.
That's where my green suit came from, Robert Halls, man. It's the
Bethesda
Senior Center now, which I think is
they wear these walking suits kind of ragged, man.
Dude, you ain't talking about
too long.
Yeah, but you got some of these dudes with the walking suits. I saw some dudes out there, and I think back when I was a little guy, they were called slangers, and they had a little short walking suits. You know.
Yeah, but man,
they need to bring that shirt up just a little bit.
Do either of you remember Davis Family Shoe Store on Titonian Center?
Center, right there on the corner.
I got a pair of State Streeters out of there, man, and I love them shoes,
State
man.
Streeters.
State Streeters, they was called.
I saw some of these chuckers, man. They called them the hustlers. When I got back, said, "Dude, where you get those hustlers?"
Right,
hustlers.
Hey,
Oh man,
my guy got a store over here. You get them in every color, red.
What
blue,
hustlers?
brown,
You got the Nickelbonnies. You get the Nickelbonnies to get the real ones.
I ain't been out to Nickelbonnies to get them.
You go out to Nickelbonnies to order the real one.
And I think Timberland also does some hustlers.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, they look like they kind of look like
Yeah,
But
I
you want
don't
to
know where
bring
they. I don't know if
those
the pimps was where they were called hustlers. How they became hustlers.
No, it was a young man. We used to walk.
Them young gangbangers, man, with them jeans. They look nice with your starter fit.
Right.
You had your starter jacket on, man. You could tell you nothing, man.
We down 27th Street to 27th
That's
Street
right.
at the Oasis, man.
Arcade and everything like that.
At
There.
the arcade, we got our hustlers on, man. Our jeans, man.
That gun bottom, man. Please.
Man, bubble gum bottles, man. Come on, man.
When did you get to the point that since you talk about the Oasis, when did you get the point where, when we went to the Oasis, when we first started going, we just go.
Mm-hmm.
And then we discovered something over there. All these fine little girls is over at the Oasis, right? So when did you start dressing up to go to the theater?
Man, by the time I started dressing up, Oasis was out of there.
Well, we was dressing anyway, because like I said, I come from a family of preachers and evangelists. We dressed anyway. We rock good slacks and put some nice shoes on and button up shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But hey, man, we got one more caller we need to try to squeeze in before we go to break.
Yeah,
we
appreciate you, man. All right. Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
What's up, my brother?
Hey, man, trying to make it happen, Captain.
Good evening. All right.
Take us off speaker because we want to hear this. Take us off speaker.
Okay. Let's do some penny open.
Well, you got to go to the phone. Take us off speaker.
Penny loafers and desert boots.
Desert boots?
Yeah, penny loafers.
Penny loafers and desert boots?
Hey, Chris, if we were wearing penny loafers, we got beat up. Nobody wearing no penny loafers back in the day. Come on, man.
You did wear penny loafers.
When you came along. Yeah. When I came along, you had some penny loafers on. I tell you, else is a dude you're going to get beat up. Put on some of those saddle shoes.
Levi's and penny loafers. You would have a button down, man, please. Couldn't tell you nothing.
What about the desert boots?
Yeah, I had desert boots 8, but you know what was the worst desert boots? The one with the pile on the inside, because you could never keep them tied. That town, they be all run over looking, man. The desert boot. Oh man, but
Kyrie, you know anything about desert boots?
Not at all.
Man. Chuckers?
You know talking about them? They look like a loaf of bread.
Yeah. What? It looked like a loaf of bread.
They look like a loaf of bread.
Yeah. I guess you could say that. Yeah.
And what was the material? Was it
Shanks?
Yeah, I just had. I owned a pair of Shanks. I had a pair of Shanks. D don't know nothing about Shanks. He wasn't born.
What was Shanks?
Shanks are these shoes you got from Tom McCann's, and they look like a pig fit, like a shank. That's what we call them Shanks.
Hey, back in the day, bro.
What's wrong with his phone?
I don't know.
Do you have us on speaker, man?
And monitoring.
What are you in the day room or something down at the door? What, they got you in the day room or something, man? What's wrong with your phone?
I think then there was
Hey, Chris, you have to call back. We need a better connection, man. You break it up.
You sound like you down in the day room.
Get your phones in the day room, You listen to Community Voice. The phone lines open, Debo. Phone lines open 414-444-5250, 414-444-5250. Yeah, the desert boots with the pile on the inside. First of all, your feet would burn up.
Yeah.
Those
and don't get them wet.
Oh man,
One of them good old slutty,
yeah,
cold days.
Man.
You got them on because they warm, but if they get wet, ooh,
Lord, man. But you couldn't keep them tied. They didn't look good, right? They'd be all turned in.
Right.
You listen to Community Voice Throwback Thursday, 414-444-5250, 414-444-5250. We'll be right back.
Looking for a career path with a great salary plus healthcare and retirement benefits? The Milwaukee County Transit System is hiring. Join us Wednesday, December 11th from 2 until 6 p.m. at our
Holidays.
on 7th.
And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet. Together.
I'm Stephen Hopkins, Program Manager for Critical Response Team. I'm at WNOV right now.
So, Stephen, what's something simple that you're thankful for today?
Being alive and free.
One more question.
Yes.
we had a regular fashion show at the store. I raised a question with the director of the fashion show why we had no black models. Her explanation to me, and because we could talk frankly across the lines to each other, black women's behinds were considered to be too big to be in fashion shows. How do you solve that situation? The Boston store hired a black male fashion designer from a school in Illinois to create fashion designs for black women's behinds in the model shows. And we had a couple of model shows that not only were held at Boston store, but were actually were transferred to some of the local universities for their views, and especially universities that specialize in studies for fashion design. Now, here's what we ran into, and these are the kind of lessons you learn. The designer, decided he would do his own fabric creations, and he would do the dyeing of the fabrics. He had not learned, though, that there's a way of setting the ink in that design onto the material that caused it not to run when it was cleaned.
Mm-hmm.
After we had a couple of fashion shows, we had to clean the garments. And we cleaned them in preparation for, if I remember correctly, a fashion show at Mount Mary College. And when we got them back from the cleaners, all of the designs were washed out. Because again, you learn another thing. Dry cleaning is not dry. At that time, dry cleaning was done using a petroleum-based liquid that was used to clean, especially wool, cotton too. So what happened? The fashion designs ran on the material and prevented us from having that fashion show at Mount Mary. So I just share that as part of that discussion about what you wore. I would say I can go back to when we wore the high top boots that laced up because they were coming out of World War II. That was what troops wore in Korea, Japan, and especially in the Far East, in Germany too. So anyway,
you know, I took my godson to get a haircut, and you know, if you look at Carvey and others, they do a combo, right? You know, they got part of the hair that might be braided, and then you got the other part where they line up. And my mother, who was my mother was trained as a cosmetologist, like 68, 69, and into the early 70s, barbers and beauticians were losing money because people were wearing the afro, right? So, you know, where we were getting the haircut, we used to call it the collision, where it'd be cut real close. Now, when the afros and naturals came out, the barbers, only thing they could really do was give you a line, right? Because, and then maybe cut and shape it. So it was real interesting. So when you talk about this idea of women not wearing bras and what it meant, you know, for the fashion industry, there was a whole lot of things happening during that time, you know, where people pushing back. I'll give you another one, and I know you're old enough to know this. Black people didn't wear jeans for fashion.
They wore jeans for work.
For work. I remember getting my first pair of designer jeans, and my grandmother was looking at me. She's like, "Boy, what you got those overalls on for?" You know, I mean, it's amazing how, and it was actually hippies who started wearing jeans, and then it kind of got picked up by other groups. And when I was at Parkman, the two things I wanted before I got out of Parkman, I wanted a black leather coat, because that's what the Black Panthers wore, and I wanted a pair of combat boots.
Well, to express that kind of a wish list, I lived on 7th and Meineke in the 1940s, and down the block was my friend whose father worked at the Milwaukee Water Works as a chemist. This is a black man. And I could only afford to wear the less expensive jeans that were in the stores at the time, where we paid $2.75 a pair for, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
My friends, because of the money his family had, could wear Levi's. they were $350, $375 a pair.
Wow.
So all of a sudden, I'm trying to compete with him. Now, there's a whole lot of other stories that could go with this, but at some other time we'll express them. But that's the kind of thing that goes on in the fashion industry. One last note. I have a picture of my father in this double-breasted suit, standing with my mother from sometime in the 40s. That double-breasted suit has been around 3 or 4 times as a fashion moderation. Fashion comes and goes.
Oh, yeah, it's cyclical.
And cyclical.
Yep.
So the notion that anyone is creating a whole lot new can be questioned. And some of the newness is tied to technology. It's tied to how you dye fabrics, how you weave fabrics, when we were kids, of course, there was nothing about nylon and what's the other synthetic fibers?
Polyester. Polyester. Yep.
Right. Well, polyester is the cheaper version of some of the other man-made fibers.
It's interesting. I just bought a polyester jacket. Woven is recycled polyester. But yeah, polyester was big. Nylon was big. Now we used to call these, it's funny how you characterize things. These long nylon socks. What do we used to call them back in the day? Silk socks. They with no silk in that sock, right? They were silk
socks,
right? And then I call them pimp draws. Those multicolored boxers. Be like light blue, purple. Every now and then old school come up to the playground want to play, and I'm like, dude, you wearing some pimp draws? What? Because they hanging out through the.
Let me see which one.
Oh, okay, you good.
Well, it's interesting. It's kind of interesting how people adapt to things. For example, I cannot wear synthetic fibers in the summer because they're usually too hot.
Right.
In the winter, they're too cold for me. It's just my body. I think it's my body adaptation to those particular fabrics.
Okay.
So I'm more into cotton and wool. Cotton in the summertime, wool in the winter.
How do you, Kurt? How do you fare with long johns?
I stopped wearing those when I learned how to wear boxers.
But it's interesting now. They don't call them long johns. It's called base wear.
Oh,
base wear is. I got base wear on now. It is basically the long john. Because long johns were thermals.
Mm-hmm.
They went to thermal. Before that, they weren't, but they went to. So now people discovered the way you keep coal out is layers, right? And so that's where you got base wear. So base wear would be very like, this is base wear that I'm wearing here. We call it like it'd be, but it's not thermal.
Well, the older folks, older than myself, used to wear the long sleeve pajama. They weren't pajama tops. They were long sleeve undershirts, is what you would call them.
Thermals, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And my uncle, when he would go to the field, you would see him, they would be like, why you have on all those heavy clothes? It's hot out there. But what I discovered was it really keeps the body temperature at a certain level.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not too hot. People were saying, like, if you work construction like the dudes out here now, I never knew this, they put deodorant on their feet, right? So their feet wouldn't sweat and get wet, get cold. So all these things we do to kind of get out here and deal with the elements. Because back in the day, I can remember it got down to 13 below zero. And I put everything in my closet on that day. But now you got thermal clothes that I have a coat that literally I can wear a t-shirt with in like 35 below zero weather, not wind chill, 35 below zero weather. That's just how warm that coat is. So the technology, you're right, it drives a whole lot of it. But you know what, Kurt, this is something that, man, I am really slow on the uptick. I never clearly understood the practicality of a hood. I do now. So people wearing hoodies, and they're wearing, no, man, you need that hood when the hawk is out there. And the hawk came back last week. Me and my buddy was talking. I said, dude, I ain't talked about the hawk in over a year, but yesterday, the hawk was serious yesterday.
Well, I can understand the practicality of it in colder weather.
Yep.
I have trouble understanding it in the summertime.
Kids are amazing to me. And that's probably you see kids with fleece on, it's 90 degrees. Like, dude, you do know it's 90 degrees, right? You can't tell me you ain't hot.
And I wonder about that because I noticed that the difference in layering, even as I look on the street, as you go up and down the street, it seems that younger people are still wearing what they essentially wore in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Now maybe they got it layered better. Maybe.
Well, if you drop $250 for a hoodie, you gonna wear it year round. I mean, if you put some money in it, it's just like the sister. If you're on YouTube, when we go to break, Carby has vignettes of people talking, and the sister was talking about. He asked her what was her favorite holiday Christmas, and she talked about getting the bike that she had to ride in the house because this Wisconsin, you can't ride the bike on Christmas Day here.
Let me pose one last question. Younger people wear these pants, and I have a pair of them because my grandson gave them to me for Christmas that don't have a fly in the front.
Huh?
Yeah.
How do they wear those? What's practical about that?
I don't know. There's no belt loops on it, so it is.
No, that's true. There's no
right,
fly.
So then you can
There's
just
no
pull
fly.
it down.
That's my point. My point is that when you got to go to the potty.
Yeah.
Kurt, you haven't pottied in a long time, man. It's been a long time since you pottied.
Oh, no, it's not.
That's a good thing, too. That's a good thing. You don't want me going through too many times. When's the last time you potty? Yeah, it's been a minute since I potty. It's like the dude called in last week talking about do somebody up. I said, I ain't heard nobody talk about doing somebody up since 74, 75, maybe. Yeah.
Well, that language will come around in a cycle, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, when you let me ask this question. Talk about we were laughing last week talking about that word. Did you ever use the word jive? The jive turkey?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But that was meant as a positive word in a sense. It wasn't meant as a real negative.
And there was a record company called Jive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Music is my biggest weakness.
Is that right?
Yeah. I can't remember. I only listen to music. I don't remember who sang it and where it came out.
Yeah, I'm such a savant when it comes to it. It'd be like when Keon was getting this song about peanut butter, and I'm just jamming to it. I'd never listen to the lyrics. And then other times I'll go in and pick out this part of the lyric. Was that in the song? Yeah, dude. It was line 3.
Okay.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man.
Talk to you.
All right, man. Hey, let me thank everybody for being part of the program today. Carmi, thank you, sir. Debo, thank you. Michelle, thank you. Callers, we thank you. The good Lord willing, creek don't rise. Hope to talk to everybody tomorrow, and we'll have a smile on our face because the Packers won tonight. Is that right, Jackie? There you go. Thank you. We'll talk to everybody tomorrow.